Breaking right now, the FAA is investigating a plane crash in Harnett County. This is a look at the scene from Sky 5 earlier this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Good to have you with us this noon. We know 2 people were on board that plane when it crashed on the property of a boat dealership on Holly Springs Church Road. We have live team coverage for you. First, WRAL's Grace Haba is live in Harnett County. Grace.
It definitely has been a very upsetting start to the day for people here in this area of Harnett County who say they watched a plane crash just behind me here off of Holly Springs Church Road. You can see here several law enforcement vehicles by a business that a neighbor tells us is a boat repair shop just on the other side of this field. Sky 5 flew over the scene earlier this morning. Take a look at the video that it shot. You can see an area by a boat that has a blue tarp over it, and on the ground nearby it's covered in black ash. You can also see something nearby that's bright yellow on the ground. A woman who watched this crash says that she has never seen anything like it before. Take a listen to what she saw.
I looked up and I saw a small yellow plane spinning, and I thought it was doing a maneuver. And then as it got closer, I started thinking, oh, pull up, because it was getting really close. And then all of a sudden, it just slammed into the ground.
Marilyn says that when she saw the plane crash and it be covered in flames, her first thought was to see if she had any fire extinguishers laying around that she could use before calling 911 to report what she saw. So again, a very upsetting day here for her and other neighbors who watched this all unfold. We are still working to gather more information about what exactly caused this crash and the plane that was involved, as well as anyone who was on board and their conditions. We'll keep you updated both on air and online at WRAL.com as this development unfolds. For now, in Harnett County, Grace Haba, WRAL News.
And here in the WRAL Live Center, we do have a statement issued by the FAA shortly after that crash happened. It reads that an Aviat Pitts S-2B crashed near Broadway, North Carolina, around 9:30 this morning. The National Transportation Safety Board will be investigating. The NTSB will be in charge of the investigation and will provide further updates. Now, I want you to take a look at your screen because we did some checking as to what this type of aircraft is like, an Aviat S-2B. This is an example of what it could be, and depending on the make and model, the one that crashed this morning might be a smaller version of what you're seeing on the screen. But this type of aircraft was big back in the 70s with air shows, known for its ability to perform acrobatic moves in the air. It can seat up to 4 people depending on the make and model. Again, the one that crashed might be a smaller version of what you're seeing on the screen. We'll continue to monitor this story here in the WRAL Live Center during this noon hour and bring you any new developments as they come into the newsroom.
Back to another breaking story that's unfolding in Harnett County. That's where a plane has crashed shortly after takeoff. WRAL's Grace Haba has just received new information about this crash. Grace, what can you tell us?
We just learned some more details just moments ago from State Highway Patrol, who is taking the lead on this investigation. And unfortunately, it is sad news. 2 people have passed away in this crash here off Holly Springs Road this morning. We were able to get a little closer to the scene, and you can see now all of that charred rubble that is left behind from the plane, as well as what appears to be a propeller on the ground, a bright yellow piece of propeller. We are told that it was a pilot and 1 passenger who were on board this plane, and that it took off from Raleigh Executive Jetport in Sanford. And we are told it was only in the air for about 5 minutes before witnesses say they watched it crash here just behind this boat. You can see the front of the boat too, covered in ash as well. Those who watched this crash say the plane quickly caught fire. A woman that we spoke to says her first thought was to try to see if she herself had any type of fire extinguisher that she could use before she ultimately called 911. But definitely a sad update here this morning. 2 people have passed away in this crash here off Holly Springs Road. We're still working to learn more information about what exactly caused this crash to begin with, and we will keep you updated both on air and online as we continue to gather more details out here in Harnett County. For now, reporting live, Grace Haba, WRAL News.